was thinking to myself, why are they trying to ban THC and make it illegal now? So I was just thinking, right? And there's something, I gotta use the term allegedly here, but if you could Google it, it'll say like under the continuing resolution that Trump signed, something that Trump signed dealing with hemp-derived cannabinoid products. And it would be, and I'm just guessing it's the cartridges, the oils. But still, that's still weed. That's still the plan. By next year of November 13th. Now, I'm not promoting weed. I'm not promoting weed. I'm not promoting someone to smoke or drink. I'm not promoting drugs or saying, you know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just giving you an idea, just something to think about. Because everything in this world was created by the Most High, right? Literally everything. We're talking about from the water to the plants to the grass to everything to humans to even the things from the unseen that you don't see that walk among us, fly around us. From the things unseen that still hasn't been seen. And then there are those that the Most High created that went against him and still came down and fornicated with women. So there's blended with human and, you know what I'm saying, Nephilim and all that mixed DNA. And I'm here to tell you that the technology's been here for a long time already. It's nothing new. All the AI and the stuff you're seeing now, the technology's been here for 8 years. I mean, the book of Enoch clearly tells you. The book of Enoch literally tells you that angels, fallen angels, taught the secrets of heaven to man. It's in the book of Enoch. They taught all the secrets. Weapons, technology, the makeup, the mascara, the colors, the highlights. Everything was all taught from angels, fallen angels. See, the ones that was with, you know what I'm saying? Why you think you're saying everything that you're saying out here with technology, all the stuff from back then till now, but why is it advancing the way it is now? It's been here for a long time. So you gotta understand something. Why ban THC now and make it illegal? You see? Because even in the Bible, God created everything, right? Even drinks, wine, liquor, everything. But you just gotta do it responsibly. I'm not telling you to, you know what I'm saying? This ain't religion. Do it responsibly, but don't overdo it. But understand something though. And the reason why is getting banned or trying to. You know why? And I'm gonna break it down to you like this because even in the books, in Genesis, the Most High, of course, he created everything, but the Most High created plants, herbs, seeds. Seeds. All the fruit, the vegetables, the natural ones, of course, but the fruits, vegetables, seeds, created from the Most High. Herbs to heal. Have you noticed when you was sick or an illness and you had your family or your grandma, grandpa, great-grandma, great-grandpa, or somebody who they also heard from elders and all that, like from back then to now? When you was not feeling well, they created certain remedies using herbs and all this stuff too, medicine or telling you what to do. It's a mixture of a whole bunch of things, soup and all this with stuff in it, and you drinking it. So think about it. Plants, herbs. What is weed? Weed is plants, comes from the seed too. God created even medicine through herbs. What is that? THC, weed. When you feel what you feel, relieved, right? Also created by the Most High. A seed. It's a seed, a plant. See, but what they don't want to tell you how deep this is because I told y'all. There is a spiritual realm. There's a spiritual world from seen and unseen. There's a lot of people in this world with gifts, spiritual people. Let the Most High remove veils from people's eyes. Veils. Awaken one's spiritual awakening. Told you. It's not fun when you thought you was going through some normal life thing and all of a sudden you just get hit with something from an awakening. A lot of weird things is happening to now everything all in your life is starting to look weird and people's acting weird, or you're going through things you never would have thought you went through or gone through, or coming across things. Now is people's acting weird, or now your channel now and your page and what you're talking about is weird, and every betrayals and all this stuff you have to go through, ups, downs. Because when that veil got removed, you started now seeing, and those eyes was getting open now to the things from the unseen. Naturally, from the physical, you see? Naturally. But the discernment kicks in when you be like, oh, I'm seeing things from the physical, but seeing how it's seen in the spirit realm too, from the physical, from live. What they call it, the 3D, 5D, like from the realms. But you seeing it, how it plays out. From body language to people, when I told you, if you follow me for a long time, through colors, all this, the constant, the yawning, everything, the flinching, how to feel energy, feel when it's off. You can see the shapeshifters. You can see monitoring spirits, familiar spirits, or I keep telling you, when you pay attention to see that, it's like the Truman Show actors, actresses, pay attention to the same faces you see, same faces in your neighborhood, wherever you go. Don't matter the time or day or the hour. Even if you go to a different spot, pay attention to the same faces you constantly see. Even if you switch up days, why do I keep seeing these same kind of certain people? Actors, actresses, Truman Show agents. That's because you're seeing things from the realm, past it. Like a lot of y'all, spiritual gifts. From the Most High, of course, always. But they're spiritual gifts. The matrix is crashing. The veil's thinning. It's done already. You're seeing how AI is advancing. Not only that, you're paying attention and seeing how your algorithm is being played out too. So I keep telling you, ask yourself. And I'm not going to talk too much about the familiar monitoring spirits, this and that. That's why if you subscribe, you follow me, and all that, you know what I'm talking about. And you understand from the physical to the spiritual. But even God himself created seeds, plants, herbs, medicine. Weed is an herb, a plant, a seed. But the reason why they're trying to ban that is because not only are people have that gift where they can see physically, right? Even sober without doing anything, they got gifts, right? Empaths, seers, earth angels, spiritual people, chosen ones, right? I told you spiritual awakening is not fun, and it happens out of nowhere. You're going to see the things you're going to see. You're going to see the shapeshifter. You're going to see weird things, faces change from people you know, don't know. Some ain't human, and you see pop-ups, disappearances. Now you understanding about witchcraft, magic, spells, sorcery, voodoo. You're looking into these things. Now you're learning things about your family's history, and you're starting to see things too about how things are. Then you're learning that there is good, then there's dark. Light, dark, always. Now you're seeing things from both unseen and seen. Now you getting messages from both, hearing voices, right? From both the light, the dark. Understanding how they communicate from both sides, even when it's a familiar one coming into your presence, or how they switch up, how they change, or when you feel the energy on you, or what happens, or how to break magic spells, curses, recognize it, all this stuff, right? That's going through the spiritual awakening. That's being sober, seeing the weird things without doing this yet, but you're going through this awakening to see the things that you know is not normal, but it's like, why am I seeing this? And then, of course, throughout the process of what you go through, the ups, the downs, now you come out with your content and videos and start talking about the spiritual stuff. Spiritual realm, light, dark. A lot of the stuff you're talking about, you was never like this. So think about the weed, right? Why are they trying to ban it? You smoke it. Some people use it to escape it, which go to the Most High. If you want to get healed, the Most High will do it. Even when the sun is out, go and get the sun. It heals you too. Why you think my videos proof See, you can look at that. You heard the honk? I know. See, you can look at that sun like that. Some people can't. They be covering it. I'm telling you. Well, you got honk again on cue. Again, reptilian, draconian, shapeshifter, this up and down. Humans, not humans. But think about it. You think the Marvel and DC ain't about y'all? You think Marvel and DC movies and shows ain't about y'all or presented that way too? Look at Superman. He heals from the sun. Looks at it, right? And then if you look at the shows, all the Marvel and DC, they talk about different universes, different worlds, trying to combine, trying to mix, some coming out from those worlds and coming in. Doppelgangers, real thing. Doppelgangers is somebody who literally appears and looks like you. Especially when somebody says, yo, have I met you before? You look too familiar, like I've seen you before somewhere. And that's a total stranger you never met. But see, there's people out here who look like you, or appears like you. And don't forget with AI and deepfake now, which was already created, but you see how dangerous it is now? That they can literally make a video of you now, and somebody, like the videos you acting out with your actual voice, and you somewhere and you're saying things that you never said or did, or the location that you was never at. So there's a lot of things happening now in the world that everybody's seeing. So when you smoke THC, weed, right? You open yourself up into the realm. Being that you could do it sober, physically, to see things spiritually, that's the discernment that the Most High gives. That's the discernment to catch on to things without drinking or having smoked yet. When you sober, you still can see these signs. Still can see how it's playing out from the physical to the spiritual, and you keep seeing it, feel the energy, you feel back and forth. This is why your content is the way your content is, how you explain. Because you feel, you see. People know too. When you smoke weed, just to smoke it, you're opening yourself to the room where it's like, being that you can see already sober, but when you take that in, you see it and feel it even more clear. Then when you start being quiet, you can hear, right? Voices. Or sometimes you start getting ideas or start coming out with certain messages in your mind to probably even want to start making a video, or you start coming up with certain ideas and you just make that video, or you start presenting it. Because that's how it is. That's what they call it, being quiet, listening to everything, the meditation, right? Or when you do that too, you start thinking, but you're feeling things too. Especially if you're spiritual and you're already starting to go down realms and your eyes open and you're already awakened and still going through this process, you see more when you like that and understand. Especially if you go outside, you really gonna start seeing some stuff and feel it. You're gonna see everything change, literally. So why ban that or trying to make it illegal now? Because that takes you deeper into the realm too, where you literally will hear God and you will literally hear the devil. Even if you go on social media and you start scrolling, you will start receiving and seeing messages, and your algorithm will begin to start changing, and you'll be like, what is going on with my algorithm here? I didn't ask for this. Oh, this stuff popping up now? Why is it showing this? Or sometimes you might have had a thought or said something out loud, and here comes things from your algorithm showing you things. Or sometimes that might look familiar, but now you're having visions in these algorithms, like different visions showing you things, stuff that you like, relatable quotes, scripture, stuff from the light, and you get things from the dark, and then you get a mixture of the balance within these videos, and they come to you in an algorithm base. Start getting messages, or you start getting these feels. Right now you're starting to feel this pull. You know, see, now you're starting to feel this pull, like this pull when you high. This is for spiritual people, what you're gonna feel. The pull is coming from the light and the dark. You're feeling things. Then of course in your mind you could still always, that's when you start doing the praying, right? Praying, bind, rebuke, speak in your mind, say what you want, good, bad, like, you know what I'm saying? Speak in your mind, positive, Anything negative, remove it out. Bind things, break stuff in the realm, right? Send things back to something. Like, this is when you're being active, and then you're also creating things in your mind too. So you're thinking and you're saying positive stuff in your mind too as well that you want and to feel and to remove certain things, because of the certain pulls that you're feeling is that heaviness, right? Because again, there's always light and dark. It's real. The realm is real. There's always light and there's always dark, which is why you're seeing what you're seeing now with the certain people you follow and the algorithm that comes up on your page or your channel, even those of you watching the phone. But you start following the person that you relate to, you start following the person that starts making sense for you and your understanding, and there's always truth through algorithms and who you follow. There's truths. And people speak a certain way, and then there's certain people who follow certain people because they relate to people. They relate to them. It starts to make sense when you on that feeling how you feeling. You're feeling all this pressure. It's great. It's an intense feeling, but it's like it makes sense. Especially when you're spiritual and can understand it, you be like, yo, oh. That even through music, you start hearing it from both the light and the dark, and then you see how the whispers come from them, and then you hear how the whispers come from the light, and how they both. Then here comes how you start seeing how the seducing spirits start flirting with you, or the ones trying to come back, the female ones, the female spirits. Because the truth is in what you don't see. It's not in what you see, it's what you don't see. And ask yourself, if he's talking this way, it sounds like what? Which people know I'm not talking crazy. Niggas know what I'm talking about. Because if you don't, put the word government together, like the word government together, break those two words down and separate it. Govern means what? Control. Ment means what? Mind. Control mind. And you start finding out that there were certain files, there was MK Ultra out here that existed. Witches, warlock, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Spells, planting things in people's minds and programming people. Control mind. That's all you need to know. Then ask yourself, what is the obsession with Neuralinks, AI deepfake, but Neuralinks trying to put plants with people's brains to plant it with machine, or why create these machines now? The AI deepfake, which all this technology's been here. Ask yourself why. Why is all this out there? Which been here for ages, but why now? Why show the AI deepfake? And I told you, this is my opinion. Entertainment. But I think it's the cover up when the real stuff start happening. Or the real stuff start getting shown. Where people can now say, is that AI? That's not AI. Scream it out. AI. Not AI. AI. When the real stuff start appearing through the AI. Or when it's not AI. But trust me when I tell you that everything that you're seeing through the AI, or at least the stuff that comes up to your algorithm, the real things, especially when you in out of the box thinking, you seeing things beyond, not, you know what I'm saying? When you understand things and all that, magic is real, spiritual realm is real, God is real, the devil is real, light, dark, reptilians, draconians, shapeshifters, non-humans, robots, meat suits, things in the water and out there, places that are banned where you can't trespass, or it's private, but it's somewhere deep in the woods, in mountains, caves, crystal, like, it's crazy. Especially when you go through your first spiritual awakening. Like I told you, like Tiffany Gomez lady, that mother, not real. Why she freaked out? She saw what she saw. Then later on, she says she didn't. But the interesting thing about it is before she said she didn't, she did write an article and said that people were following her and staking out her house in her neighborhood before saying that she didn't see anything, when she made her second video coming out to the world now saying, nah, I didn't see nothing. And then there was a story created saying, what, allegedly she's an actress or like something like, you know what I'm saying? Spiritual awakening is not fun, yo. It's a blessing and a curse, but it's not fun. Because you seeing beyond, you're feeling energy, seeing things that's true, magic, spells. So you're feeling things, seeing things, understanding and trying to understand things from what another person don't know. And then it's like when you become too spiritual, it's like, yo, you so spiritual and so too, and they know it too, and when they feel your energy, that you seeing constant numbers, and you're seeing people come and talk to you, or those who's not, reappearing, disappearing. How is it when people's on your level, your frequency, that smile? Then you're looking at the sun like a normal, like that's not normal, but you're looking at it, staring at it, while people's walking past you blind and covering. Some of them is gnashing. Why? Because of course, reptilians, there's low, there's high, shapeshifted. You see everything from seen and unseen. It's real. It's not fake. The truth and the realness is here on QC is what it's in the unseen, what you don't see, that others do see, feel, and make these videos. See all that now? So ask yourself, why ban the weed? Why? And again, and I'm gonna say it again, this video is not promoting drugs. But it's not religion either, like how churches do it with their messages. Because religion is not only a scam, but there's a religious spirit involved with that too. And there's too much a lot of stuff you've been taught in this world is all lies, including history. Yeah, so when you start learning and be like, okay, I was lied this way, then you put the word government together, like break it down means control, mind control, magic, sorcery. You seeing the weird things out here, agents, monitoring spirits, familiar spirits. You start seeing things, shapeshift. You start seeing glitches, things appear, disappear, constant repeated things. Everybody's acting weird around you now, but you're feeling and seeing it. And you see beyond, yeah. And then when you do that, when you smoke, because when you smoke, you opening yourself up to the realm. Now it's giving, which is why you gotta be careful and stay really into the meditation and stay with the Most High. But don't freak out, but you're gonna see and feel things more. Now is when you have to be careful, because I told you, those spirits now could start planting seeds, right? So they might put stuff in your mind, you might feel things or have a thought or certain things, and you're like, I'm not thinking this, why is this now popping up in my mind? Why am I feeling this way? Or you start, you know what I'm saying? You start feeling, I told you, light, dark. So you're gonna hear from both. You're gonna get things planted from both. So I'm saying you gotta be careful. Even when you sober too, without doing that, you're still gonna get and go through from both light and dark. And then you see how animals is drawn to you, then you see deeper than that, and it's crazy, it's interesting. But trust me when I tell you, there's people who know what you're talking about. Now you want to make this illegal, THC, weed? Why? Because it's having people tap real more into their spiritual. There is drugs out there, certain drugs, and that will have people tapped into a spiritual realm. Even when people done shrooms and all this stuff, you heard their story, right? Am I tripping, or I'm seeing something, or I'm seeing things, or I'm hearing stuff and colors and all that? No, you tapping into the realm. It's the realm. You're seeing what you're seeing on that other side of what you're going through, because now you tapping in, and now you're going into the truth. Now your mind it's the mind. The mind. Now it's gonna start showing you things, planting things, whether it's for good or bad, and the job is to remove the negative and the negative thoughts, get that out, that energy, get it out, while it still tries to come through or try to be there. The light always gonna be there too, to be higher. So get rid of that negativity or anything that negative that tries to present, ignore it and get it away. In Yeshua's name, the Most High's name, call it whatever, however you gotta do it. It's when you bind, rebuke, like send things and then keep it positive in your mind, like, I want this, I want that, or this and that. Then when you feel that this is coming through, boom, nah, that's too much. Nah, I don't want that. Get out of here. Boom, get that out. Because it's always gonna be there too. That's the balance of the scale. Everybody got a dark side. Everybody has a dark past, a dark life before getting hit with the light. And when the light came to them, everybody in this world, not one person is perfect. No one. No one. So that dark still tries to come your way and still tries to play or bring itself about. Even while the light is always still going to be there. That's how you feel. So when you're on these things that they're trying to ban or take it away, ask yourself why. Because you're tapping it in quicker and you're feeling what you're feeling and you're seeing what you're seeing and you're getting all these messages, creativity. That's why, and I'm gonna tell it to you like this. If you always find yourself waking up or you sleeping or your body is different now, where you sleeping, staying up late, sleeping through in the morning or late, like if something is changing, because you can feel shifts and changes, but if you feel it, you up and around 3 in the morning, 3 to 6 in the morning is, they call it the witching hours, but that's when it's real active in the spiritual realm. It's real active. Or even if you're sleeping and you find yourself, because you don't have to be up and always staying up late, but if you find yourself sleeping but constantly waking up around those hours, 3, 4, 5, 6, around there, the Most High is calling you, like a little tap. Now is, you know what I'm saying, you feeling things or seeing things, or now you get into your creativity in your mind. It's just but it's active in the realm. Why you think the dark is gonna do what the dark does with their dark magic and black magic, and then you got the light doing what the light does with their stuff too. I told you what, there's light, there's dark, both sides, man. And both sides got a favor for you, want you, balancing scales. And the crazy thing is that the dark will still present you blessings and try to still do something for you, and always, and then the light does the same thing, always will pull you this way. But it's something special about a lot of y'all. The dark and the light got favor. They would send the blessings, they would send things, and the protection. Crazy is still on both sides. That's the crazy thing, man. That's the crazy thing, is that you feel it and you see it. It's just crazy. But always stick with the light. Positive, always. Ask yourself, yeah, why are they trying to make it illegal now? Why now? And November 13th of next year, it should be illegal starting next year. Because it's not only with the weed too. You've seen movies, TV shows, right? Where people would drink certain teas. They would drink teas or make them a certain herb in a tea to drink, and they'd be like, this is good. It's healing, but God made the plants, herbs, the seeds, everything. The Most High created everything here in this world, yo. Seen and unseen, yo. Human and non-human. Everything. But don't forget and don't think that the spirit realm ain't real, man, because it is real. Why you think the wine stores call it spirits? Because there's light and dark. Why you think when people start messing with Ouija boards and tapping in, you're opening yourself to realms, man. There's doors being opened too. You can open doors and gateways by doing certain things, or even smoking and doing whatever it is, but you're tapping into that realm. The doors are being opened where now both sides is going to start trying to come. And both sides are going to fight, both sides are going to protect, but Most High's always going to, he's going to protect, always, but there's always what you tapping in more. But think about it, even with shows with the herbs and teas, man, for good reasons too. They drink it, people feel better, and then people do it for dark and bad reasons. I told you they're light and dark. That when somebody drinks it, what you put in my tea? Now they hallucinating, or now they feeling dizzy, or what you put? Now they knocking out, going to sleep. Then I told you there's always light, dark. You just gotta discern, see what's what. But when you on it, whether it's the normal way, when you crush the actual plant seed to roll it and light it that way, but they're trying to do it with the oil. I believe, I don't know, I'm gonna say allegedly with the video, but just look into it. They saying something by November next year, November 13 next year, it should be illegal because something Trump signed, doing with THC, that they're trying to make it illegal now. It don't matter because the cartridge, the oil, is actual still cannabis from the plant, from the herb. Don't worry, and be careful though, because sometimes people try to corrupt it and mix the actual natural seed in the oil with certain things, and that's where they just mess it up when they try to mix it. But the ones who does it naturally, sell it naturally, even with the oil, natural as the natural herbs that the Most High created in this world, from the plants, the trees, from certain islands all over this world, plants, seeds that even they know. The government, ask yourself, why do you want to price everything? That's for why? Why? So think about it, man. There's drugs out there that you're gonna get tapped in. You understand more. You see it through your algorithm. You start seeing pop-ups from girls that you ain't asked for, guys, motivational quotes. Some of it is not motivational, but it's all straight, like, you know what I'm saying? Then you're gonna start seeing a whole bunch of stuff, numbers, signs, words, scripture. You're gonna hear something like, you're gonna feel like everything's talking to you from both light and dark, man. It's like you're gonna see it clear. Then this is when you in your crib, and then when you stay quiet and you do it, you feel this pull, and this is how you know always. And then it's like, stay still. You start getting thoughts and creativity. You might want to do a video. You might start want to write something down, and when it presents itself, do it. After that moment is done, think it first, and if it's right, because remember, it could be coming from you don't know who. They do both, like, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna feel it, or they might even try to mix it in. This yes, like it's crazy, but it's a thought. Those of y'all who understand what I'm talking about, y'all know what I'm talking about. Because I keep it and try to keep it spiritual. Spiritual, because it is spiritual, man. Everything in this world is spiritual, man. It is. When you unplug and when you wake up, when that veil, which the Most High does, once that veil is removed, that's it. You're gonna see what you're gonna see. Once that veil gets removed. And don't think that this world ain't spiritual. There's no light and dark, because it's presented to you every single day. You see it for yourself. Even when you don't want to believe it or know that, you seeing everything that's happening. With all within the light and the dark and what's happening. You seeing it. It's just a matter of who you following to keep the algorithm going. It's all depends on the algorithm. For whatever you like. Everybody in this world got something they like, don't like, and there's stuff coming up on their algorithms too that they ain't asking for, or certain things that they are, music, this and that. You're like, yo, this is, but they understand, but it's all spiritual too. And there's people who balance the scales, because you do have empaths who can and turn dark. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's crazy. This world is, the truth is what you don't see. It's what you don't see that others see. And when those who do see, they have to, or try to, they are interested in you, for sure. Everything you talk about, they know what you're talking about. There's people out here who haven't figured it out yet, as they're still going through their journey, or they're going ups and downs, going through war, spiritually, literally, from this side, warring it out, doing shadow work, doing dark work, like, it's real out here. I'm telling you, ain't no joke. You seeing it, though. You seeing it. It's all spiritual. But the ones who see, ask yourself, why, even though they're interested and they want to do it, but why does they have to be in the beginning and watched smeared campaign or betrayal or something? Why? Try so hard to make or do something to make that person appear a certain way, where you don't want them to speak how they speaking, or certain things that they're doing with the knowledge spiritually out of the box thinking and stuff that they say. Why? Why would a channel like this start to be messed with, but looked at with a whole bunch of interest from a lot of people to link and do, we're going to collab, and it's all positive, a lot out there. Why do something with that page or try to make it, you know what I'm saying? But somebody else can have a platform and all that, and they just eating food in front of a TV and just talking, or just eating, or doing something where they're not even saying a word. They just constantly are known for dancing and eating food or acting silly doing it, and they just blow up the way they blow up. It's just interesting when you start thinking, right, and seeing Why do certain people blow up and then certain people, there's an interest, but they gotta make it in a way it's like, we don't want this one to get like, you know? But there's an interest for sure. But just think about it. Yeah, man. Unplug. Stay away.